I think I'm live. Yep. Hello, Chelsea fans. How do you guys feel after that game? We're in our first final for the season. That's all I gotta tell you guys. And I am absolutely pumped up right now, man. Bro, what a game. What a game. From minute zero to the whatever minute we ended up, we were almost close to 100 minutes by the end of that game. But who cares? Who cares? We beat Man City, and now we're in the final. Oh my gosh. That's our first final. But if you think about it, like let me just go away from the game for a second. If you think about it, that's one final down, and if we beat Real Madrid, I guess we're going to our second final that many people, our second final of the season that many people thought that was already done for us. Like many people already thought in February that we were just like, oh, that's it. Chelsea are not going to win any silverware. Well, guess what? Guess what? We might even win two silverwares, not even just one. We can go on and win the FA Cup. That's a definite plus. Whether we go on to win the Champions League or not, that's debatable. But still, we are in a good position right now to end the season on a high note. And I'm just gonna take a moment to breathe in and breathe out. I'm so proud of this team after that game. Like there were so many times when I felt like Man City could have easily just took the lead from us, especially not the lead, but they could have equalized at the end. Like there were just many moments. And let me just say, first of all, congratulations to Hakim Ziyech for having such a good game, such a good impact on that game that many people thought that he was. Many people thought even beforehand that no one even tried to give him a chance that he was gonna start or anything like that. Many people were expecting Pulisic to start again after that audacious performance that he had against Porto and stuff like that. And then when I saw Ziyech actually in the lineup, I took a good 10 or 15 minutes in the watch along. Go back and see it in my previous videos to check my reaction on Ziyech's starting, the fact that Ziyech was starting. Go back and then you can see that I was just Ziyech definitely has a chance to take this game, and then definitely make his own impact in this game. And that's what I was saying for a good 5 or 10 minutes. And then what does he do? He scores early on, and then he gets the winning goal, and then he is the man of the match. So I don't know if that says anything about me. Maybe I just know ball. Who knows, bro? But I'm just very happy for Hakim Ziyech, and I definitely want to see that. I really want to see him be in games for Chelsea very soon, because that was definitely just a small. That was just a little bit of his potential in this team, and that him and Werner and Mounts were all brilliant. They were, and even Werner was sparking up. He gave the assist to Ziyech, and then he had to go at goal a few times himself, which he could have scored, but he didn't, unfortunately. But still, our attack was amazing. Our defense was amazing. The pivot was amazing. Jorginho and Conte did a fantastic job. And then at the moments when we needed Kepa the most, he actually was there. It wasn't necessarily the toughest of saves to make by him, but he definitely was there to just be calm and just fulfill his job of keeping Man City at bay and making sure they did not equalize. So let me just get into the player ratings or whatever. I'm just going to discuss about the people who played in this game, so let's just do that right now. Okay, so this is how we came into the game. This was our lineup. This is the team we had. And then eventually we put in subs who turned out to be very influential in the game. At least some of them. Pulisic scored at one point, but we'll talk about that right now. So, Kepa didn't have much to do, because if we're being honest, Man City, at least in the first half, Man City weren't being too threatening in the first half. The second half is when they actually started to, for some reason I'm guessing they left their boots in the locker rooms or something like that, and then they put it on in the second half. They came out, and then they started, all of a sudden they were shooting everywhere, and it looked like for some reason we were always behind them, and they always looked to be going forward and stuff like that. So that's how Man City changed in between the games. The first half I thought they looked kind of sluggish, weren't really making anything, and then the second half it took them a while to start attacking us a lot, but then they eventually got the hang of things, and then we were kind of scared, because I thought, at least for me, that Man City would be able to equalize, but luckily that was not the case. And that has to go to Kepa. Kepa at the end, had to make some crucial saves. I guess saves, but not really, because he just kind of pushes the ball out. Because how it happened was that Man City got a lot of corners at the end or whatever, and there was this one instance where someone heads it into the right side of the goal for us, and then Kepa was just able to just push it out before it even gets near, and it was a close shot. but luckily Kepa was able to just get the hang of it and stuff like that. So very very happy that Kepa was able to just keep it calm at the end when he was called for it the most. And then, yeah, so decent performance by Kepa. Um, wasn't really tested too much, but when he was, he definitely fulfilled the show. So I'm very happy with that. So Azpilicueta, Thiago Silva, and Rudiger are three center backs playing today, and they were honestly just brick walls that whole game. Especially, I have to give credit to Azpilicueta. Azpilicueta was just shining through that game. Our captain, um, fulfilling his role as the leader in a sense. I know many people like to say Thiago Silva is like the leader of the bench because of his experience, but you have to remember that Asby has also just has many years in his belt, and he just showed his experience as well there, and he was just able to just close people down. And maybe there was a few mistakes that he made, like against Jesus, where he wasn't exactly keeping up to pace with him. I would say that's like his biggest downfall is definitely his pace. But when it comes to strength and being able to jump and then head the ball out, that's exactly he excels. So I'm very happy with Asby's performance. Going to Rudiger and Thiago Silva, both of them were excellent. They were both brick walls and stuff like that. So I was just very happy, like just with Asby, but I feel like I want to give Asby like that little bit of a like put him on a pedestal almost, because he was just so brilliant in that game. So yeah, very happy with Asby's performance. And Silva and Rudiger, they were both brick walls. No one could get past them, except there was that one opportunity where Fernandinho has the ball towards the goal, and then Silva, what is Silva doing? He should have been on him. It's unfortunate that Silva also got injured towards the end of the game, so I really hope he does have a speedy recovery. If not, we can always put in Christensen. AC Hive? But I know I should be joking about Silva's injury, because he still is someone very important, and I really hope that he gets back to us soon. So, going on to Chilwell and James. So, Chilwell and James. Chilwell and James both had excellent games. James and Chilwell, I said in the first half, they were both dishing out a lot of crosses into the box. I would say we saw a lot less of that in the second half, though, because obviously Man City were just pressuring us so much that we had to put in as many defenders, and that's kind of the reason why we also took Ziyech out in the second half, even though there was still an opportunity for us to go on and score again. We just took him out because we wanted to supply more defenders, and that's why Emerson ended up coming on for him. So that's kind of the reason why we did it. And overall, the defense, all five of those guys, and including Kepa too, all six of those guys, did a fantastic job in maintaining the order. And Man City are always in a team that's always known for scoring 4 or 5 goals against these teams and teams against the Premier League. But we were totally we didn't give them a chance. We never gave them a sniff at goal. They never really looked that dangerous when they were attacking us. So I have to give credit to the defense again, and that's just saying a lot. I always like to make comparisons to earlier in the season, but that's saying a lot, because obviously we weren't exactly the best defensively last season or at the beginning of the season, and in that dip in like December, January, and February, we weren't exactly the best defensively, but we definitely just did a 180, and we just completely turned the tables into our favor, and now everyone's performing well on the defensive side, no matter who we put in. So that just goes to show how much we improved. So now let's talk about the midfield. The midfielders, Jorginho and Conte. Conte again. I said it before. He's in a good sub, and I still stand by that statement, bro. Because he was just absolutely dominant in that midfield, and there'd be times when he just get the ball and just move exactly like Kova, which is what I mean by like a good sub. I would it's just like another standard N'Golo Conte performance. I wouldn't say he was too impressive today, but I was still pretty happy with his performance. The reason I say that is because there were many times when I felt like in the first half he could have made a successful through ball to Werner, and it's just something that he needs to improve, where you can just finish making these complete passes, because he does everything in the process. He's very, very good at evading these players, then getting to like right before the box. He just needs to work on passing it to the right guy. So then, we have the best chance of scoring. But overall, I'm good. I'm very happy with Conte, and then we go on to Jorginho, who again very underrated. Let me just say that, and he again very pivotal for us. There were times when Man City would just be on the break, and then when they wanted, there was one instance where I think Sterling or Jesus wanted to go into the middle and just kind of like kind of when like attackers are on the wing and then they just like to drift inside. Well, that's kind of what he did, and then Jorginho luckily was able to spot what he was trying to do and then just kicks the ball out, and he, that's kind of the awareness that we kind of lack, where we like us fans can kind of see what the Man City players are gonna do, but it's not always obvious to the Chelsea players who are on the field and don't have like that bird's eye view. Well, Jorginho was there and he was able to spot what Man City attackers were doing, which is why it was so hard for them to actually play in the middle and stuff like that, because we had them on lockdown. And I had to get that's both to Conte and Jorginho, but I saw Jorginho do it more, just from my opinion. And then Jorginho, and then he gives in different crosses to the side, and I think there was one where he gives a cross to Chilwell, and I'm pretty sure that led to, that was right before the goal. But anyways, I'm just happy with Jorginho's performance. And then going on to Ziyech, Werner, and Mount. Now these, let me just say this right now. I said this before in the Porto game, and not in the Porto game, in the Crystal Palace game. We need, there's many combinations that we can do in this attack, and there's many things that we can do to make this attack better, and that has to do with the three people that we're employing in our attack. And last time against Crystal Palace, where we scored 4 goals, it was Pulisic, it was Mount, and it was Havertz. Those 3 worked and linked up very carefully. And then I even proposed that maybe there's another combination that we can do in this attack to maybe solidify the amount of options that we have for this attack. Like if it was only those 3 players, and like where's Werner or Ziyech gonna fit in? Well, guess what? Tuchel, and I have to give credit to Tuchel for this. He was just like, you know what? Let me just fix it around, because this is another game. Let me rest some players and let me try to see what other combination comes up. It's like he has Tuchel has like 6 attackers to expose or something like that. It's like, all right, let me see which combination is the best, and he gets it right again today. He is just like, all right, Mount is too pivotal to like keep him out. I'm gonna play him again, and then let me see which 2 people I can put in for Pulisic and Havertz. He puts in Werner and Ziyech, and again, that combination of Mount, Ziyech, and Werner just happened so good today. It was so good. Mount, again, as I keep on saying, Mount is very pivotal for this team. So he is just he's unbenchable at the moment. So he needs to be in the attack. And then we just swapped the other 2 players. We swapped in Ziyech and we swapped in Werner, and those 2 linked up so good. And I would say all 3 of them, because in the goal, Mount passes it to Werner, and then Werner passes it to Ziyech. All 3 of those guys, all 3 of our attackers today, contributed to the goal. And it's kind of similar to what happened against Crystal Palace. Well, now we know this combination works as well. So I'm saying it's very important to see which combinations work out, and trying to mix it up as much as possible, so then we know how well everything was together. Well, maybe it wasn't as effective, this combination, as it was against Crystal Palace, but we have to remember that Man City are just a better team than Crystal Palace. So they're obviously going to have a lot of defense. Like, they're not going to have as many defensive issues as Crystal Palace. And then you have to remember that we also just shot a lot of times at goal. Ziyech should have scored twice. Unfortunately, the first goal was offside, so it was just unfortunate to see that Ziyech wasn't able to get 2 goals today. And he could have even scored a third, Ziyech. Unfortunately, he misses it. Maybe he should have finished it. I feel like he should have just gone around the goalkeeper, then it definitely would have been a goal for him. But it's still a goal for him nonetheless, and he does win the man of the match, so I'm happy with Ziyech. But in terms of the combination of our attacks, we're finding out who exactly... We need to keep on working on who exactly is our best 3 up front, because I think we're just going to be playing with 3 center backs, 2 wing backs, and 2 midfielders from now on until the end of the season. So we're going to see which is the best combination, so then maybe if we potentially go to like a Champions League final, where we have the best opportunity to win it and do so. So I'm very happy with this combination. Very happy for Ziyech and again Werner though. But Werner still has to work in his finishing, but I would still say that his impact today was there was a lot of impact that he made today because obviously he got the assist, but overall he was just really good at making runs and stuff like that. Many people would say he should have done more, but I'm honestly satisfied with Werner. He was able to make the assist, and I'm even more satisfied with Ziyech because obviously I was just there like Ziyech could potentially make a spot for him make himself a spot in the starting lineup, and I think he has. But I felt like if he got in another goal at least, then maybe he could have solidified it. But either way, we're going to be working with different combinations, different attackers. So it's going to be interesting to see when's going to be the next time we see Mount, Werner, and Ziyech play again. Maybe even the next game. Who knows what's going on through Tuchel's head? But at least he knows that he has many options to work with. So that is just a good plus for us. And now we are going to go to the subs, and the people who got subbed in were Emerson, Havertz, Pulisic. Yeah, so those are the three guys who got in. Not much to say, although I will say that Pulisic had a very good finish for the offside goal. I'm so mad that it was offsides because I was just so happy, and I saw that he was just very mad when he realized that it was just not gonna count or anything. But for some reason Tuchel was just like, oh, it's calm, bro, it's just calm, even though Pulisic was like fuming on the other side of the pitch. So it's just unfortunate to see that Pulisic didn't get a goal today. I felt like, other than that, he really didn't do anything else in the second half. He's only there for like the last 10 minutes when he came on for Ziyech, I think. And then, yeah, so that's how it was for the last few minutes. Emerson just came in, and then so did Emerson and Pulisic. Who else came in? Yeah, Havertz came in, didn't really do much. It was just kind of like we were wasting time at the end, or at least we wanted to like make sure at least a few players got in. I still wanted to see Billy Gilmore get in, but unfortunately he was kind of just left out for this game. It's fine. We're in the final, so maybe if Tuchel was feeling a little bit bold, he can go on and put Billy Gilmore in the final. Who knows? Maybe if the rotation is different for the next upcoming Premier League games or the Champions League final. Who knows? I mean, not the Champions League final, the Champions League semifinal. We can't get too hasty yet, but this is just a good win, and that means we're in the FA Cup final. So we verse either Leicester or Southampton, and I think honestly this was the toughest fixture in our competition yet. And I'm just saying it now. Like, I don't want to sound too overconfident, but the next fixtures, the final is going to be a lot more easier than what this game was. So no matter who it is, even if we verse Leicester, which I'm guessing that's going to be the tougher match if. Besides Chelsea versus Southampton, if we play Leicester, then I'm pretty sure we can beat Leicester, if I'm being honest. But Leicester is still going to be a tough game because Leicester are above us in the table and stuff like that. But it's just that's just my opinion, and I'm very confident that we can at least win one silverware this season. So very happy with the team, very happy with the performance, and that's just going to be my review on the game. So let me just go back. So it ends 1-0 Chelsea, and we beat Man City, who are obviously, both teams are in the last four. But if you want to get my opinion on something, Chelsea versus Man City, if that is a final, then I'm just saying, like, this is me like ranting or just like speaking out of my butt for a second. But if Chelsea do go to the final and it is against Man City, then I have to say the odds are looking pretty good for us. They're looking pretty good. And even if Man City do get knocked out and we go to the final, I still think that if we can go toe-to-toe with one of the best teams in Europe and beat them 1-0, then I honestly think that we can go on and win this whole damn competition in the Champions League. So that is just going to be my final thoughts on this game. I know I keep on diverting a lot from the FA Cup to the Champions League to the Premier League, but this is just how it is for us Chelsea fans. Everything is so intertwined because everything was so dark for us and so gloomy for us at the end of the season. Well, this is how it ends. This is how it's going to end for now. This is where we're heading towards. We're heading towards a positive direction, not just in one competition, but in all competitions. So that's why I'm mentioning the Champions League, the FA Cup, and the Premier League, because it feels like we can do well in all these things. And I'm just very happy with this performance. We're in the final. We beat a top 6 team. And that's just going to be it from me, guys. I'm very happy with this performance. I'm very happy with Ziyech. I'm very happy with the situation Chelsea is in right now. So that's going to be it from me. I've been your local Blue signing off, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.